Live, Buff Nation, what's going on? We've been waiting for this day for a really long time. I mean, we already got some people in the house. Alpha Roo, how are you doing? That girl Rose, good to see you. Y'all hit that like, no matter which channel you're watching, and let us know what your thoughts are on this schedule. I'm sure we'll talk through game by game. We'll talk about maybe we'll give some predictions and whatnot. But man, was really happy that Rawhide, man, we were setting up our own individual streams at the same time.
At the same time.
Right. I'm glad that it all worked out for us just to hop on here and talk about it. But how are you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Bro, it's always a good deal, blessing to be on with my man David Talks Buffs. You know what I'm saying? Again, I mentioned it yesterday, man. Y'all got to go check his show out yesterday, bro. My man was super fly. Y'all heard me? Super fly. So y'all got to go watch the show. Just if it's just for that. Great content. He was super fly though.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I won't go down a huge tangent, but hey, when you got new clients and you're trying to impress them, you know, I gotta throw on the Miami Vice look. So I appreciate it. But man, let's get into this. We finally got this schedule released. Maybe we just run through it game by game, but thrilled, absolutely thrilled that we get a game, of course, in Orlando against UCF. That's close to the beginning of the year. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And also really pumped. I didn't realize this, that Kansas, the Jayhawks, are getting a new stadium. So they're playing all of their home games in Arrowhead. So we're going to have a game out in Arrowhead next year, which is really cool. Have you ever been to Kansas City, Raw?
Yeah. Been to a game and everything. As a matter of fact, been to a game and everything, bro. Not as a matter of fact, here recently. So, yeah. I like Arrowhead Stadium. I like Kansas City. I think it's a great place to go, especially for the food, bro. That's the best barbecue in the country.
Yes, I totally agree. I've been to Arrowhead a couple times for some different Broncos games. Loudest stadium I've ever been to. Great environment. Food was, of course, incredible. I think they've renamed Oklahoma Joe since I've been there.
Yeah, right. It's Joe's now.
It's just Joe's. Yeah, probably waited in line for over an hour for some barbecue in like the middle of the afternoon. Wasn't even peak hours, but well worth it. And hey, I might have to get out to Kansas City this year. You know, I think that would be a lot of fun. Division rivals, but I love that stadium. It's an incredible atmosphere. And hopefully that's a game that's on like Big Noon or something like that too.
I'll be there. I will be at that game. I will be at that game.
I love
it. Yeah, I will be at that game. Unfortunately, it's November the 23rd, so it's gonna be a little cold. Wait, everybody complaining again. It's gonna be a little cold, but I'll be there.
Oh, Raw, man, we're gonna have to make this happen because I didn't even realize that. That's my birthday, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay then. Okay. All right.
Maybe we gotta have a little David Talks Buffs birthday party.
There you go, man. You need to go. You need to go on out there to the game, man. For your birthday, bro. Go and pull up, man. We can kick it.
As long as it's not in Mexico City, I'm down for that.
Hey, I was thinking that. I was gonna let you say that. I told you, I keep a mouth shut on that one, but I would love for it to be some Mexico City kind of thing. Oh, anyway, keep it moving. But bro, you want me to pull the schedule up?
Yeah, let's pull this thing up. Let's talk through it. I don't know if you got a schedule prediction, but I can give you my thoughts on the games and everything like that. We can start at the top and run through this thing.
Oh, there we go. Colorado. North Dakota State, August 31st. I don't know how you want to roll or you want to do each game.
Yeah,
how you want to do it, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just talk through each little thing. North Dakota State. Here's how I look at it, man. We should wipe the floor with them. If we have issues with them, it's going to be a long season, but I think we take care of business. Didn't they lose their head coach to another job this offseason or something like that?
Yeah, I think they did switch coaches out. I do believe so.
Yeah. North Dakota State, great program, obviously for the FCS level, but I mean, they're a bunch of 5'8" white guys. We should be able to handle them.
Okay, my bad, bro. You threw the 5'8". I'm like, Dave and his height. Dave and his height. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with you 100%, man. North Dakota State, that should be a victory, right? Now, Is it a good school? You know what I'm saying? Do they have a history of playing some good football? They do. But Colorado should go in there and handle business in that game.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Mm-hmm. You know, and so I don't think it's much there. Rolling on to September 2nd at Nebraska, bro. Oh my God! If I've not argued this game for 3 hours, I've argued it for 300. What do you think about it, Dave? What do you think about it, Dave?
I'm not expecting like a 30-point blowout or something like we had this past year. Nebraska, I mean, they were pretty much a quarterback away this year. They could have had me back there and been better off than having Jeff Sims back there. So they got a quarterback coming in, Dylan Raiola, and true freshman. So hopefully there's an opportunity for us to really rattle him. But I don't know if Nebraska opens up at home week 1, but this very well could be their first home game, and what a way to open up the season at home against CU. I think it's going to be a close game, but man, we got new pass rushers, right? We got BJ Green, Samuel Okunloa, Keaton Wade, Arn Walker going after him. Hopefully we can rattle him, but it's going to be a really great environment out there in Lincoln. It's going to be a tough environment to play in, but I mean, I can't come on here and call myself David Talks Buffs if I'm not predicting a victory in Lincoln week 2, right?
Yeah, you're right. As a true Colorado Buffalo fan, I can understand how you have to pick Colorado in this situation. I get it. But let me ask you this question about Nebraska. If you was going to give it a percentage, right now, and I know we don't even know how people are going to line up. We don't know who's going to play. But if you was going to give a percentage of Colorado with the opportunity to win that game, how would you break it down? 50-50, 60-40? What would you think?
I'm going 60-40 because we got the better quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we also don't have a defensive coordinator yet. So, it kind of balances out a little bit. But, I think with how I think the things are going to come together, Nebraska is a better team than they were this past year. That's for sure. They get the advantage being at home, but we do have Shedeur Sanders. And hopefully we got an offensive line that can protect him this season. So, I'm not predicting a blowout or anything, but I got to go 60-40.
Wow, I'm even surprised on you 60-40. I was looking something more like a 70-30 from your way, but I will go. I know some people don't get mad at me. I will go 60-40 reverse. I think 40% Colorado, 60% Nebraska. I think going into their stadium, which is a hard place to play. Matt Rule, the type of coach he is, what they building upon from last season. Hard-nosed, tough defense. I keep saying this. You look at the last 5 games or so, guys. They lost the game by 3 points. I think they lost all games except for 2, Michigan and Colorado, by 3 or less. I had to go back and double check. Bro, outstanding defense, man. I think the type of attitude and the tradition that he's bringing back in Nebraska, he's putting his stamp on the program. So that game got me a little worried. I will admit, I'm a little worried with that.
We can't take it for granted. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But one that we can take for granted is this Colorado State. Again, people don't want to, poke, little brother or whatever. Nah, man. Coach Prime said even earlier today, I wish we could play him week 1. That's right. They made this thing personal. So we better be hanging 50, 60 points up on these guys. They cannot hang with us. Granted, they played the best game of their lives against us this past season. So maybe it's a little bit closer, but this is one where we shouldn't let them hang around this time, especially after what happened this past year. Home environment at Fort Collins. Nah, man, we're getting a CU black and gold takeover up there in Fort Collins. Not worried about this game at all.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, this should be a statement game. They should go in there, right, and put their foot on their throat and crack their neck. Bro, this game right here, man, there's absolutely no reason Colorado shouldn't come in here and just blast these cats. I got it 90-10. 90 Colorado, 10 Colorado State, bro. 90-10. It was really absolutely no reason. Anything less than a smashing is a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's where I'm coming with that. Hey, Baylor on September the 21st. Baylor.
Man, And here it is. Here it is. Now we are feeling the Big 12 schedule. Of course, we'll have better TV slots and timing, hopefully. But hey, this is where it really becomes reality, because you get on that plane, you fly out to Texas, and you say, wow, we're really playing a ball game in the middle of nowhere in Waco, Texas. Big 12 football is back, baby. Or is this at home? My bad. This is at home. I can't even read. We handle this. I'm not even worried about it. Baylor's trash last year, and especially being at home, we're going to handle it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Dave Aranda, he's still there at Baylor, I do believe. Now, Baylor is a weird university, man. I mean, last season, 6-7, they did make a bowl last year. But the previous season before that, they were 12-2.
Yeah.
Dave Miranda in his first season, 2-7. You know what I'm saying? Hey, took over for Matt Rule, right? Matt Rule in his last season was 11-3. So it ain't like it's not like that Baylor is, you know what I'm saying? They don't know anything about winning, right? It is a winning program. So, man, it's a good question.
Did they lose shape into the transfer portal, their quarterback? I don't even know what they're doing at quarterback this year.
I think so. But I'll say it again. I agree with you. I go with Colorado. I would go with Colorado 65-35 percentage. I think 65% to win that thing.
Let's go.
Let's go. I feel you on that. Oh, and this is the big one. This is where everybody and their mama should meet up. You know what I'm saying? Come out there, let's turn this thing out. We get to meet each other. You know what I'm saying? I think I think this is the Colorado fan basis. You know what I'm saying? Home away from homecoming.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes. This is man, what I feel like it's going to be like a red carpet event with everybody who does Colorado YouTube. It's like, we need everybody to show up. We need all the fans, all the commenters, all the content creators, everybody. And I want to hit up Universal Studios. I want to make this a trip and go on some roller coasters. But I mean, this is the fight of black and gold. This is Deion Sanders versus Gus Malzahn. This is Shedeur Sanders versus that Arkansas quarterback that I can't even remember his name right now. But this should be a good matchup.
Right. I think it's gonna be probably one of the better ones of the year. I think it's gonna be the best matchup as far as us, you know what I mean, being able to get together, man, and see everybody. Y'all, and we understand that UCF is a fairly new program. I think they had their first season in what was that? 79. So it's a new program for the most part. Oh, I also think it's gonna be kind of tough. I mean, 2022, they was 9-5. 2021, they were 9-4. I think there was 6-7 this past season. Gus Malzahn, I think he's one of those most underrated coaches, man. So I got Colorado. I got this a 50-50 coin toss.
I do too, Rob. I do too. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we drop this game, but I'm the optimist. I am dark side Dave, sometimes, but I mean, today I'm the optimist, man. The Adderall's hitting. I'm in a good mood. I'm giving us a victory.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Hey, where we at with your victories? Well, let me keep up.
Undefeated, baby.
Are we undefeated so far?
5-0.
5-0. 5-0. Oh, we got David / old school. Way to go, Dave. Way to go, Dave. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We go roll into October 12th, because October 5th is a bye week. We're gonna roll right in Kansas State, you know what I'm saying, on October the 12th. Oh, that's gonna be a doozy. What do you think about it, Dave?
So I mean, this is where you might not call me old school after this one. This is at home, but Kansas State is a very, very good football team, very well coached. I'm surprised their coach didn't get poached this year with some of these coaching openings that happened. But I mean, they're the Pop-Tarts Bowl champions, man. That's not anything to look past. I mean, these guys mean business. They're a tough team, and I know that this is a game at home, but they've had years to build this thing. and we're going into year 2. So this is one of the games that I think we might drop. So I got it as a loss first right now.
Ooh, yeah, that's kind of rough right there. I agree, man. Kansas State, they're always a well-coached team. Winning the Big 12, winning the Big 12 in 2022. You know, going 9-4 last year, 10-4 2022, 8-5 in 2021. Hey, they're a solid program, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, and it's not an easy place, right, to build a football team, a college football team. So I think, man, yeah, in this situation, bro, I think I got it 35-65. Colorado 35% chance of winning, I would say, and Kansas State 65 at this point. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a struggle. You know what I mean? Because really, they may be eerily similar, from a well-coached standpoint to Nebraska. To be honest with you. So
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough, bro. I think it's gonna be tough. So Arizona, bro, Arizona. So right now you got them 5-1.
I got them 5-1. After this one, I got them going 6-1, baby. Yes, they're keeping Kyle Fafita. Yes, they're keeping their 7-foot tall wide receiver McMillan, but they lost Jonah Coleman, and most importantly, they lost Jed Fish, who's a really good head coach. A little unsure of what things are going to look like under. I can't even remember his the replacement coach that came from San Jose State, I believe, but we were within a field goal this past game, or this past year, being probably substantially a lesser talented team. I think we've made up the gap this offseason. And hey, as long as Mata's not kicking on some dirt patches on that field out in Arizona, man, we should be good.
Oh my God. Mata shots fired at Mata.
Shots fired at our field crew, man. We can't have those dirt patches out there. It's not Mata's fault.
Bro, I kind of agree with you on this one, man. Honestly, I got Colorado 70% chance of winning this game, 70-30 Arizona. I think everybody that listens to me understand. I think Arizona is a joke of a program. That was fool's gold last year. They was really not that good. They went 10-3 last year. People need to understand that program has been dog crap for so very long. 5-7, 1-11, 0-5, 4-8, 5-7. Rich Rod years was it the best year they had? What's that? 4 winning seasons. They had 1 double-digit winning season. That team, that's a trash program. They should win that game 70-30. Go back. Hey, they're gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? The slippers are going to break. So they're gonna turn into a pumpkin, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah, you feel me? So I know I went a little hard in the paint on Arizona, but man, now I joke of a program, man. Oh, Cincinnati, bro. Cincinnati.
Yeah, home of the Kelsey brothers. I honestly don't know too much about Cincinnati yet. I haven't really followed them and haven't looked at them very closely. So I'm chalking this one up as a win, especially with it being at home.
Yeah, I would I think I agree with you also. I think they should be able to maybe pull this one out. I mean, percentages wise, I will say I will back up a little bit and on it and go 65, Colorado 35, Cincinnati. Because historically speaking, and they were a G5 school, granted, they won, bro. Honestly, that was the university that coaches go to, right, to build their resume and get a big better job. Luke Fickell, you know what I'm saying, and Tommy Tuberville, right? Brian Kelly, getting to him, Brian Kelly, so. That program, man, if y'all go take a look at them, man, they win ball games. So, but it is a good program. I think they're going to be okay in the future, but I think Colorado's going to get them next year. I think I would agree with you on that one. Then we go into bye week number 2, Saturday, November 2nd, and then we got the vaulted Texas Tech, them boys in Lubbock. Ooh, wait, what do you think about that? Hey, what do you think about that?
Yeah, this is another one that I'm hoping to go to. Lubbock's not too far away. Got a buddy here that's a big-time Red Raiders fan, so drive down to Lubbock, or take a Southwest flight, get some tortillas thrown at me at the stadium, and watch my Buffs take care of Texas Tech. But, some of these road games, Texas Tech, weird things happen there in Lubbock. It's a tough environment to play in. I would not be surprised if the Buffs drop this one, even though Texas Tech, they did not live up to expectation this past year at all. They were probably the most disappointing team in the conference when it came to preseason expectations. But I'm going to give them the win, the Buffs, the win here in January. But man, by no means do I feel like this one is a cakewalk. A lot of the Big 12 teams, they're not somebody that you should underestimate.
I totally agree. Texas Tech. Now, granted, they're not, they're not your Mike Leach Texas Tech of old, but they tend to be, they tend to be a decent program. What was that? 7-6 this year, 8-5 last. Yeah, I would sway, I guess with my heart more. I would sway, maybe 60-40, 60-40, 55-45, something like that for Colorado in that game. Being quite honest with you. Yeah,
wait, really quick. Is it true that the game against Texas Tech's actually in Dallas at Jerry World?
Man, I heard people say that. I don't know. Right here, they said, what did they?
It says Jones AT&T Stadium. Is that the name of the
stadium out that's there? Yeah. Well, no, that's not the name. That's the Dallas Stadium.
No, it's also the one at Jones AT&T Stadium is where Texas Tech plays.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah, I just Googled it.
Oh, okay. So it's not, if they're not doing anything, I am just surprised if a team would give away a home game. Now they could play in Dallas. I don't know, but it would be surprising to me that they're giving away, because if Texas Tech give away a home game, they're gonna have to give away a home game in Colorado next year.
Yeah. But yeah, let's hope that gets moved out to Dallas, because I would much rather go to Dallas than Lubbock.
What about the Boulder? You'll probably miss the Boulder. You'll lose the Boulder game.
Well, I'll worry about that when that happens.
Okay. I got you. But what I'm saying, next, we got Utah.
I gotta see us beat Utah before I believe we can beat Utah. Right? I don't care if it's at home, man. They got 35-year-old Cam Rising back. They're a better team with him. Kyle Whittingham's one of the best coaches in college football, regardless of how you feel like Utah did this past year. They're playing with their third, fourth string quarterbacks, man. I don't see us beating the Utes right now. I got to see it before I can believe it.
Well, I'm going totally against you. I'm going.
I forgot you hate Utah.
I'm going 100% Colorado winning this game. I am not giving Utah an actual chance of winning this game. No, not going to do it. That is not coming out of my mouth. No, they will beat Utah.
I love it. I need it. I love it.
They will beat Utah. You feel me? So that ain't happening, bro. It's just not happening, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I ain't going to do it. Never going to do it. So after Utah, we got Kansas. Ooh, I think. First off, how did Kansas not even lose their head? Did they not lose their head coach? How did they not lose their head coach, bro?
I know.
So what do you think about it? What do you think about this game, man?
Man, I love it. Again, I want to go to this game too, especially now that I know it's on my birthday. That's great. I don't think the Buffs win this game, man. If Kansas has their quarterback healthy, that's going to be a tough environment to play in. And this won't be kind of a one-off for Kansas. Like if they were just doing a special game out there. This is going to be their home stadium for the year. And I think it's a tough game. It's going to be on the road late in the year. Kansas City in late November is not a fun place to play in. So I got this one as a loss for the Buffs.
Okay. Let me say this to all the new Colorado fans and maybe to some that has been here for a while, I would advise you to look at Kansas and in their recent history. I guess you can go back maybe, go back a while. Actually maybe to 2001. So go from 2001 to the current season. If you're a Colorado Buffalo fan today, what you want from Coach Prime is you want them to be Kansas and the growth of becoming a better university in football, right? Because we know that Kansas was a dog program. They were, they were known for basketball. No one cared about football in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
My man, Lance Leopold came in there, bro, turned that program around, went 2-10 his first season, 6-7, second season, got to a bowl game, right? And then last year, 9-4. That's the normal progression, you know what I mean, of building programs. And I think Kansas is a great parallel, you know what I'm saying, if you want to look at something and how it's built and really how it's sustained, because he's in a upward trajectory. So, but as far as who I think is going to win, I would have Kansas more like 70%, Colorado 30%.
Yeah.
I think they got getting the quarterback back this coming season. I think they're going to be tough to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, teams like that, I have much respect for. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a difficult place to win in Kansas. Now, who you had Kansas? You had them beating Kansas.
Yeah.
You had them beating Kansas.
Mm-hmm. So right now, Ra, I got them at 8-3.
Okay, 8-3. 8-3. Dave has them at 8-3, and this is the way too early schedule prediction, guys. This is the way too early, so don't write this stuff in stone. You know what I mean? So 8-3. I think that's great.
It's great. It's 8-3 with us winning some close toss-ups.
There you go. That's great. And
yeah,
I'm surprised. Okay, are you surprised by this Oklahoma State rivalry week?
Dude, it's kind of dumb, man. I would have preferred if we were gonna put a rival, here. Not Utah. I'm done with that. Being at the end of the season. Put Kansas State right here. That's what I would like to see. They're our second biggest rival in the Big-12. Last time we were in it, had a lot of great games with them. So I'm kind of bummed that game is earlier in the year. But Oklahoma State, this is another one again that I feel like will be a very close game. Could go either way. I was talking about this the other day with Surfer Boy because he's always asking, "Are you sticking with your 9-3 projection?" Yada yada yada. And this is kind of how I see it right now. I can kind of see 8 wins on the schedule, but there are a couple toss-ups that happen where I'm just going to give the Buffs their edge. And one of those games here is with Oklahoma State. So, got to the Big-12 title game this past year. I think, Mike Gundy, I think he's a decent coach. I don't know if Oklahoma State can ever really get a better coach than him. But hey, they're another tough team that if you underestimate them, man, they can really come and kick you in the butt. So this is one that I get to my 9-3 projection with. But at the end of the day, like realistically looking at this rawhide, my hope is that the Buffs can get 7 wins. And hey, if they're able to get a couple of these toss-up games as well, I mean, that's just gravy on top of everything. But I want to see us in a bowl game this year.
Yeah, I'd go with the I'm kind of leaning towards kind of like with Kansas. So I think I gave Kansas 70-30. Kansas way, I'd probably go 75-25 Oklahoma State way. Oklahoma State is just one of those programs, bro. They don't lose. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the least amount of games they won in the last 10 years or so is 7. They just don't lose. You know what I'm saying? Mike Gundy has had, I think, 10 seasons or close to it with double-digit victories. I mean, 10 or more victories, bro. That is a solid program. And not counting the 9-win season.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with Oklahoma and Texas in the conference. So, bro, you got to, man, Mike Gundy, even though I don't necessarily agree with him philosophically, but
yeah.
but I think that's going to be a tough game, man. And if they, find some kind of way to win that ball game, you know what I'm saying, and go give the record prediction that you got, I think Coach Prime, the coach of the year. He's college football coach of the year this season.
Yeah. Again, guys, like, we won 4 games this past year. If we get to the place where we're doubling our wins, like getting to 8 victories, I mean, that is, fantastic. The reason I like hitting that 9-win prediction is, I mean, I'm a Buffs fan. I'm always going to, probably predict a little bit over what the more objective people predict. But, hey, we get to those 9 wins, Raw. I mean, that's where guys in the Heisman finalist contention.
Right.
We gotta reach 9 wins in order for our guys to start winning some awards like that.
Right. I totally agree with that. 9 wins. Colorado should have somebody in New York. It is New York, New York.
Yeah.
So what about this Big 12? What about this Big 12 championship game?
That's good, man. I don't know if we get there with 9 wins, right?
It's possible. It's possible.
I mean, that would be fantastic. I think that again, you think about this differently than I do, but I still see right now Utah as the team to beat in the conference. So that's kind of my expectation, is that they'll be one of the teams there. I guess Arizona's kind of a wild card, but we both think that they won't be what they are or what they were this past year. Who are the teams that you kind of see being in there for the Big 12 title contention?
I got Oklahoma State, Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas State's another really good one. So, and I'm curious about this.
I'm sorry, Kansas. Kansas also. I forgot about that. Yeah. I'm going to throw Kansas in there too. So I think it's out of those 3: Kansas, Oklahoma State, and Kansas State.
Now, I think on your show a little bit yesterday, they were talking about, how many teams make the college football playoff this past year. It's a shame, that they're giving one spot every year to a G5 team that's just going to get blown out every single year. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. I don't think it's a conclusion that the Big 12 gets a second team in there, depending on, how the year goes. You might just see the conference winner from the Big 12 get in, and maybe a second team. But I think I want to be surprised to see 4 teams from both the SEC and Big 10 in there most years.
Yeah, you're right, bro. I mean, what you have, and I think I was talking to someone offline, bro, and I was telling them, I was like, the deal is that you got to look at the past 3 seasons or so, the top 10 before bowls hit, that last poll before you go into the bowls, and kind of get an idea of the thought process in that and who can make it. So that's probably what's going to happen this next season. I would say the issue, the Big 12 this season, I think the teams are closer to being even than they are in any other conference. So what you can have is this: if your scenario right in the games that you think that they can win, right? Let's say, how many conference losses did you give? You gave them three actually conference losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what can happen is that a person can drop a game here and there, right? Yeah, they can do. Let's say they can lose to Texas Tech, right? Get beat by Texas Tech, and then they'll come back, beat Utah, and then they'll come back and then get beat by, let's say, UCF, right? And then drop one to Kansas State. But Kansas State could come back, right? And then lose 3-2. You see what I'm saying? Because that's kind of how it is.
Cannibalizing themselves.
Right, with that many teams. So what ended up happening is you got 2 teams in the conference championship game, right? Or you got 1 team in the conference championship game with 2 losses, and you got Colorado. They may be able to sneak in there with 3.
Mm-hmm.
You win the conference championship game. I guess you can see it that way. You see what I'm saying? Because essentially that kind of it almost happens with the SEC, except it's not 2 and 3, it's 1 and 0. The 1 beats the 0. The 1 wins the SEC championship, gets to the playoffs, and the guy that was undefeated gets kicked into the college football playoffs too. That's typically how it occurs, and they get 2 people in there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it just, you just vice versa. You're just doing it with 2 and 3 losses.
But yeah, like realistically, of course, like I think we need to be, I think it's very clear that Coach Prime and the staff, like they're gunning for the Big 12 title. They're gunning for the college football playoff. Those are their expectations in-house. But as a fan, trying to kind of look at it objectively, I mean, if we can get to the Pop-Tarts Bowl, man, I would be
all that matters, bro.
That's what I want to do.
That's
Get
all
us
that
to
matters,
the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh my
what
God,
flavor
that's all that
Pop-Tart
matters,
are we
bro.
eating? What flavor Pop-Tart is the mascot? I mean, you got any predictions?
Oh, it's gonna be, bro. Obviously strawberry, bro.
It's gonna be strawberry.
Always strawberry, bro. Always strawberry.
You're not like a s'mores guy or a double chocolate fudge.
No. You don't like the strawberry?
I like the strawberry, but I like those other ones. Yeah, I like s'mores. I like chocolate.
No. Hey, bro. Hey, man, listen, man. You may want. No, man, I'm not gonna say that. But hey, strawberry is classic, bro. Strawberry is classic. Hey, let me get this super chat off if you don't mind, Dave. Hustle Montana with the 1999. Shout out Raw and Dave. Y'all both can't lie. Those last 4 games going to show how good this team and coaching staff really is. I think it's gonna be a more weight on the coaching staff, a reflection on them than the players itself. What do you think about it, Dave?
Yeah, this is a great point. Hustle Montana. Yeah, I just want to see us playing disciplined ball, not shooting ourselves in the foot. If we play hard and lose, I can live with that. But I ain't gonna live with any Dan Campbell type mistakes where we're just leaving points on the board for off the board for no good reason. I want to see our coaching staff on top of it when it comes to those game management decisions, and I think they'll have a better year this year.
Right. And then we got East Coast Kev with the $10. He said, I'm not worried about Utah. We could have beat them with no O-line. I am more worried about North Dakota State and Kansas. I'm dropping $500 on FanDuel for Prime to win the Natty. You can't bet it to get there to the playoffs. I would ask you to bet to get to the playoffs and not win the Natty. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this, Rawhide. Even though right now I got this 9-3 record prediction or whatever, I'm going to be putting a little bit of money on everything. For the Bucks to do everything. We're talking about plus 30,000, odds for the Buffs winning the Natty next year. So, what's 30,000 times 5? I need to do some math here, but is that come on? Is that 150K? 150K. That's what East Coast Kev would win if he's throwing 500 down.
1.5.
Wait, that's 1.5 million? No.
30,000. He said 30,000, right?
Yeah, it's bet $100 for 30,000. So you got to multiply.
You got to move it. Yeah, that's right. You got to move the 2. There you go. You got to move the 2. There you go. I didn't move the 2. Got to move them to a decimal point over 2. My bad.
My bad. But I don't know why people are worried about North Dakota State. Again, guys, you watch those FCS games, man. It's just a bunch of small white guys that, I mean, they're good, but it's just different football, man, at the FCS level. I mean, Trey Lance looked like, Peyton Manning in the 3 games he played there, right?
Bro, I'm not. I mean, they can lose, right? Because anybody can lose to anybody. But I'm just not. I'm not giving North Dakota State. I don't think they can. I don't think they're gonna lose to them. I don't even want that to happen. I don't even want that to happen because people will actually lose their ever-loving mind. And then and talking and calming people down on that, bro, that'll take about 4 weeks. I just don't want. I don't even want to see that. Do me a favor, Coach Prime in Colorado. Do not lose to North Dakota State.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Please.
Gotta smack them around, man.
Yeah, please, bro. Oh my God. Hey, the understanding you got to preach about them. Okay, God, listen, man, that thing can happen. Oh, raw. Can you believe it, raw? I'm like, oh my God, bro, that stuff happens sometimes, bro. I don't even want to, bro. It'll take 4 weeks to get past that. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't want that to happen. No. That's when I had to take that hiatus. You know me, I'll take that 4-day hiatus. Be like, I know I can't deal with it.
Man, we gotta handle that team significantly. If we don't with NDSU, man, we got some problems. But Ra, I got to get out of here. I know you want to open up the panel, but I'll be listening in between my meetings. I appreciate you connecting with me. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm excited that we got these dates out, and hopefully the Buffs put on a good show throughout the season.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me host this thing, you know what I'm saying, so I can keep this thing going. Thank you again, Dave, man. And those that's listening to me, if you're on Dave's channel, you could pop on over to my channel if you want to join the panel. Listen to the panel discussion. But so we're gonna keep this thing moving. Thank you. Appreciate it again, Dave.
Absolutely. Y'all have fun. Panel, can't wait to see what BS y'all got cooking up for today.
Got that. So what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all come holler at me. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Y'all know how we do it over here on the panel. If you're a tad bit sensitive, I would ask you to get tougher. It sounds like a you problem. So let me drop this link, man. Y'all hit this link, man. Come on up here and holler at me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So what do y'all think about this schedule, bro? What games we going to, man? Who we going to kick it with? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. And the panel is open. Hit that link, y'all. Hit that link. Come on up, talk to me, man. Y'all might as well get on my neck. I know y'all get mad at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm a little too conservative in my thought process. So what do y'all think? As y'all saw, I just kind of gave it percentages of winning. I didn't want to really give a OG record prediction because y'all be coming back at me here later on down. Like, you said. So I'm not even going to. Well, I'll give you percentages of what I think can happen. So, we got East Coast kid. We got Coach Davis. Where you at, Cliff?
Thanks to the room, man.
Man, what's up, man? Hey, hold on. Let me, Dave. I'm gonna shut yours off, so I don't want you to lose your monetization. All right.
Peace to everybody. Peace to everybody in the room, man.
Peace, brothers.
Yeah,
what's
going
on, pal?
Hey, it ain't no peace until the gunshot cease. Hey, Rawhide, I'm telling you.